Hello, Gina and Tom. Hi, everybody. Welcome to February 2025. It's our release party night. So, as you know, I always enjoy these, and it's so good that all of you have decided to join us this evening. So, remember back in November of 23, I released Handmade Holidays, and I had so many people reach out to me and say, "Oh, I love that font. I love that I can cut out all those greetings, but I'd also love to see another set that has more common greetings like congratulations, happy birthday with sympathy." So this set is called Essential Greetings, and it's just that. It has so many greetings. A matter of fact, it has 22 greetings. I did include some images that are flowers and leaves because if I have an empty space, I'm going to fill it in. And they work so beautiful with the wreath builder, so that can be fun too. All right. I also wanted to point out that I think 6 people reach out to me and they said, "Debbie, you forgot the happy 4th of July on our Handmade Holidays." And that is just a US holiday. I didn't really forget it. I kind of ran out of space. So you will notice I have Happy Independence Day as the very first greeting on this one. So hopefully that will satisfy those people that were requesting the 4th of July greeting. I have made a bunch of samples. I'm going to share just some of them with you today, and the others I'm going to share over the next couple of weeks before our next release. So let's get started, and I will talk to you about my new samples. Alrighty. My first sample is a 4¼ by 4¼ square card. My cardstock colors are white, Christmas pine, and fresh asparagus. I used the wreath builder with the small images from this stamp set to create a wreath. I used Christmas pine, fresh asparagus, grass green, and jelly bean green for my inks. On this anniversary card, my cardstock colors are white, red velvet, and black onyx. I used Delightful Daisy stamp set and embossed it with white embossing powder on the red velvet cardstock. I then did a partial cutting technique and just cut out one side of that. I added it to a card base that I had embossed with our Petite Flourish embossing folder. Added a thin strip of black onyx to tie in the black hearts I added from our black and white mix, and I did the greeting on black cardstock as well. On this baby congratulations card, I used blue sky, stormy sky, and white for my cardstocks. My ink are blue sky and stormy sky. Master Layouts 12 was used for the back panel, and Master Layout 17 was used for the white and blue sky rectangle. I cut an additional one freehand with my cutter out of the stormy sky for a third layer for that. I used bitty backgrounds for the hearts and baby love for the little footprints. I created the background for this sympathy card with an ink to paper technique. I used full-size ink pads in Lucky Clover, Blue Lagoon, and Tranquil Teal. I then came in with a round sponge dauber and covered up all of the white sections with the same colors of inks. I used a round corner punch for the 4 corners, and Friendly Silhouette is the stamp set I used for the image, and I did that in white embossing powder. I finished it off with some of our rainbow pearls. On this card, my cardstock colors are Dusty Rose, Plum Punch, and White. I also used watercolor paper. My inks are Plum Punch and Dusty Rose. I used our square mandala stencil for the background, and that large panel was cut out of from Master Layouts 12. I also used the image from With Sympathy. I colored it with my Zig water markers and then spritzed it with some water and stamped it on the watercolor paper. That circle was cut out using Master Layouts 12 as well. And so is the frame. That fancy frame is from Master Layouts 12. I cut an additional circle with one of my circle dies in Dusty Rose just to put behind the white one. I liked the way it framed it out. And that's it for this card. This tag was cut out using our shaker tag die. My cardstock colors are white
Innocent Pink, Ocean Mist, and Moonlit Fog. Those are also the ink colors that I used. I used our Harvest Florist stencil for the background and Spring Blossom die set for the flower.
So there you have some of my samples. I hope you found them inspiring, maybe gave you some ideas. I always like to share a favorite, and this was a favorite only because that background was so much fun to make. Of course, it's all Gina K inks, and I love that agent it has that just smooths everything out. So this was super fun. I did a lot of ink to paper with the ink pad, and then I went with a sponge dauber to enhance and intensify some of those color sections. And I wanted to cover up all the white sections because I knew that I would be using our white embossing powder on that. And I just love how that turned out. So again, I always like to mention, please tag me on Facebook, Instagram if you post your pictures of your cards because I really enjoy seeing what you guys do with that. And some of you are amazing creators and so clever. I just love seeing your work. So please continue to post. All right, that's really all I have for this evening. Stay tuned the rest of the month. I will be sharing more samples with you. And I hope everybody has a happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.